Hi all, so welcome to this channel, and in this video session I'll discuss external stored procedure calling RPGLE program with some input parameters in IBM IS 400. Earlier I have a video on the same thing where I am explaining stored procedure calling RPGLE program with no parameters. So at that time we don't have any parameters, so I'll give you the link on top right corner of the video, so that you can have a look at that video too. So let's start with this video with this topic, that is uh, calling RPGLE program using the stored procedure with some input parameters. So let's have the demo for that. So we have one physical file available with us. Let me show you the structure. So this one is the file having two fields, integer. First one is the integer and the second one is the character. This one is the file having no data right now. Now let's create one program whose name is the xtpgm2, and here in this program, this is the prototype for the main program and the procedure interface, so where I'm taking the inputs. So here I'm taking two inputs, that is first one is the integer and the second one is the character for the table fields. So basically I'm taking the inputs and inserting those inputs into the table fields. So this one is the very simple program of few lines, which inserts recalled in this extpf1 file and taking the uh, as field values as input here, n1 and n2. So now let's compile this. Just take 14 option to compile this. Just set commit star none, set source. So this program is compiled successfully. Work object extpgm2. So the object is created successfully. Now is the time to, now we have a program which is populating the file extpf1. Now we need to create a stored procedure over this program, basically which calls this program, so that we will be able to populate the file using the stored procedure. Now we need to create the stored procedure, so we have this another program extproc2 which creates the stored procedure. So in this one we have this script. We can either uh, copy paste this script to the STRSQL session, and we can create the stored procedure from there too, but I'm not gonna create uh, or I'm not gonna run this script manually, so I'll do this using this RPGLE program. So we have a statement SQL proc of 500 characters initialized with blanks, and now we are writing this script or evaluating this script to the SQL proc variable. Create procedure this library dot, this is the long name of the stored procedure, and we have some input parameters. So start with the brackets and then params. In param1 integer, in is optional in both the cases, or we can directly start with param1, that is the parameter name and the type. So in is optional here, so if you want we can write it. If you do not want it, this is optional to use. And we just use this to denote that this is an input parameter, so that we must differentiate between the parameters. What all are input parameters we are taking to the stored procedure. Language is RPGLE because it's this stored procedure is going to call an RPG program. So you can see external name easy class 1 dot xtpgm2. So basically this stored procedure will call this program. So The specific name is this specific name. I use this just because if any other stored procedure with this name exists in this schema in which I'm going to create the stored procedure, it won't allows us to use this specific name. So basically we do not have the same name schema with the same name specific name. So the specific name must be different for every stored procedure so that we can differentiate between the stored procedures. Modify the SQL data, yes, it is modifying. It is inserting record into the some SQL table, and parameter style is general. And then we are performing execute immediate. Basically, we are executing this SQL script to create the stored procedure. Now let's create this. So this time I am creating the program which is going to create the stored procedure. So let's create this program first. Then we will create a stored procedure. So this program is created work object ext proc2. So the object is created. Now let's debug this program strdbg ext proc2. Just wait so that we can debug this. Okay, let's set the breakpoint line number 1, then call this program ext proc2. So initially it's blank, then we have the script in this variable create procedure this in param1 integer, in param2 character, and language RPGLE, specific name is this, external name this, modify the SQL data, parameter style general. So if we want we can keep slash here too. It's depend upon the SQL system settings as well. So let's execute this. So the query gets executed. Just check the SQL code. SQL code is 0. If we just check the job log as well. So if you see the job log, you can see here procedure this was created in easy class 1. So we do not have the, for this one this is the specific name. So for external stored procedures or the external functions, if we are going to create, we never have the objects for them. So we have an entry in the str sysprocs. So we have an entry in the catalog, that is sysprocs. So either we can check it from using a specific name, or we can check it using the long, that is the procedure name. This one is the procedure name, that was the specific name, that is this is the specific name and this is the procedure name, and external name is this. Basically this is calling this program. By default the deterministic is no, so it's not deterministic, it's modifies SQL. So these are the properties which you can see at your end too. Let me show you other catalog sysparams using the same. So we have two records here. So if we do not have any input parameters, we do not have any records here. So this basically keeps the record of the entry parameter to the program. So these are the two parameters. Parameter mode is input, ordinal position is 1 and 2, integer and character, precision 10 and precision 10 is nullable. These are not nullable, null not allowed here. So basically we can see, or we can say that this program creates the SQL stored procedure. Now we have the SQL stored procedure. So either we can call this program to populate that file by passing the input parameters, or we can call this stored procedure which is created using this program, that is this stored procedure. So now we will write, or we need to write a program, RPG program, which calls this stored procedure. So we have that available here, call prop2. So we have two variables, param1 and param2, which are of integer and character types respectively, and they are initialized with value 2 and test2, since this is an integer and this is a character. Now we need to make a call of the external stored procedure. So yes, we know that how we can call this. We can call this using the SQL call. So we need to write execute SQL first, then a call statement, then the library qualified procedure name with the library, that is easy class 1 dot the procedure name. So here we cannot specify the specific name. So specific name is just to identify, just to drop. We can drop using this name as well, but we must drop the procedure using a specific name. So this is the way to call this. If we do not have any parameters, we must have enclosed this, and we do not have any parameters inside these brackets. Now we have parameters, parameter 1 and parameter 2. So they are used using the colon param1 and separated by comma colon param2, just like we assigned them in the SQL as an SQL host variable. So they are basically treated as an host variable. And at last, the last record indicator to set on, that is the end of program. Now let's create this too. Just set star none. So strdbg, just debug first, call prop2, breakpoint at line number 1, and then call proc 2. So we can see we have this param1 and param2 values which are reflected here too. Now just take shift F10 once, twice, thrice, 4 times. So you need to take it multiple times. You need to press shift F10 multiple times to navigate to the program which is called from this external stored procedure, that is ext pgm2 here. So that stored procedure calls this program. So this is, I'm showing you in the debug mode, and this will execute this SQL. So basically we receive those two parameters coming from the call of the SQL call of the external stored procedure. Just check the SQL code. 0 means record are inserted. Just check the job log 2, 1 rows inserted in extpf1 in this library. Just check from here too. So we have field 1 as 2 and field 2 as just 2. Just come out of this, come out of this. So if we call it again, and if we change the value of param1 to, let's say, 3 in debug, and param2 to test3, and take F12, just do in debug from here. Just check if we have that data. Yes, 3 test3. So we can see this SQL, this external stored procedure is working fine and populating data. So instead of calling the program, Now we can make a call, SQL call of the external stored procedure, and we can populate that file. We can perform the work which we want. So that's all in this video. So you saw that how we pass the input parameters and how we create a stored procedure having those input parameters. So that's all in this video. Thank you and have a nice time.